What's up YouTube, it's your boys Yuxis, and today we're going to be going over tips and tricks for the new updates that came to Global. Now, on the first day, which was yesterday when they all came out, I've seen some people already making mistakes, so I wanted to make this video to, I guess, prevent it from happening again, and just so that people know, because some people are already making mistakes in terms of the anvil stages, in terms of the gold stages, and in terms of gear as well. So we're going to try to cover all of them. If this helps you and you're new, make sure you guys subscribe and like the video if you haven't, or if you enjoy the video. So anyways, let's first go over anvil stages. I think anvil stages is the most important out of the bunch because I've seen already some people making horrible mistakes. I don't know why. Now, if you guys notice, I still have not done my anvil stage. That's because I'm not sure when I want to do it. Right now, people were asking, when you get these, time, sand, or whatever you want to call them, I'm gonna call them clocks. When you get these clocks, right? Do you want to save them or use them right away? Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, use it right away. Now, the reason why you want to use it right away and not save them, because there's no point of saving them. When you save them, it doesn't guarantee you anything, right? Apparently, it does not stack. So if you save up to 10, it doesn't mean you can stack up to 10 hours. It just means you have 10. So you can do it for 10 hours, but you have to reopen it after an hour. So if you were planning on farming it straight for 10 hours, you cannot do that. Now, another thing I've seen a lot of people make mistakes on, or something a lot of people was doing yesterday, is that when they opened up this anvil stage, which I'm not going to do again because I don't know when I want to do it, but when they open up the anvil stage, they are making their teams and putting on gear in the anvil stage. That is a no-no. I am going to tell you again, that is a no-no. You absolutely do not want to be making your team, setting gear, getting food and stuff like that after you already opened the stage. What I recommend doing from next week on, if you already have used your thing and did that mistake, is go to one of these stages. All you have to do is click the stage above, right? Go to draw, and then this is not my team, but this is like my usual farming team when I'm doing my thing. What you do is set everything up here. Put your gear on here. Get your food here. Make sure you're straight to go, right? As if this is the anvil stage. Make sure you're ready. And then when you are ready, go back, open it, and get farming, because you do not want to be wasting any seconds. People be like, oh, people take this way too serious. It's just a couple seconds off, right? Let's say this. Let's say I have an hour on. Of course, we have an hour, right? Let's say I farm manually, right? And then I have 1 minute left. 1 minute left, right? Because I already wasted 10 seconds when I first opened it, right? So let's say I wasted 10 seconds when I first opened it, and I have 1 minute left on the thing when we, pass 59 minutes, all right? I get in there, and then I beat it in 1 minute and 3 seconds. Now, that 10 seconds before that I wasted, if I haven't wasted it, it would have been added. So I would have been able to go into another run, because how it works is when you're in a run, the second the time stops, it doesn't kick you out the run, right? When you're done the run, that is when you cannot go back in. So that 10 seconds that you lost, that you could have went back in to go for one more run and get more anvils, is basically what could happen. So you do not want to waste any time doing this. You do not. So that's the first tip. Now, in terms of gold farming, because I know a lot of people are asking, should I still farm books now that they have 6-star books, or should I be farming the regular gold stages? Now, let's go over these books, right? Because this is the only one I've done, the green one. I have to farm up all of them again, which is lame, but it is what it is, right? If you guys notice, they now have 6-star books, like I've mentioned, right? But something a lot of people have not noticed is the percentage. It's 6%. That is 10 times better than what this was, which is 3%. So it's basically times 2, right? It was 3% before this update. We had to farm 5 stars, right? Which was 3%. Now 6-star books are 6%. So is it better to farm this than gold? No, it's not better to farm books than gold, because yes, even though the book stages have less stamina and the 6-star books are 6% while the UR chest is 5% here, you still need to remember, when you sell these chests, the gold chests, if you sell it at a knighthood or anything like a knighthood or a shop in the city or town or whatever, it is 20% more you're getting. So you are getting 20% more for selling at a, like, your knighthood or like a pop-up shop, not a pop-up shop, well yeah, a pop-up shop or any kind of shop in the city than just selling in your inventory, right? Because how it is after, so basically you get one free chest of the typing, I guess, of the rarity, I should say. You get one free chest for 5 chests of that rarity. So if I put in 5 UR chests, because it's 20%, I'm getting a free one once that hits 100%. Basically, I'm getting free gold. That's basically what it is. So in terms of farming, I do recommend gold over these books. Do not farm these. I mean, you could still use the books if you want to sell for gold, but I highly recommend gold. The gold stages. Now, when do I recommend you farming these gold stages? Only when there is half stamina. If you've noticed, the highest stage is 48 stamina. Basically, you're wasting, or I should say wasting, but you're using 100 stamina for every 2 runs, basically. Right? That's the keyword, basically. So, for every 2 runs you do, you're using 100 stamina. Now, you can kind of guess how much AP pots that is, because how it works is, if you're rank 80, for example, the maximum you get is 99, right? So basically, for 2 runs is 1 AP pot. So you could do the math. How much ever AP pot you have, I guess times it by 2 or divided by 2. I don't even know myself. But yeah, only do it when they're half stamina. It is the absolute correct way to do it. Do not do it whenever. Like, I do recommend doing it half stamina. This, it's 34. Now it's less, but it's not half. If you want to farm this, I would say farm the second stage, because it is higher, right? Even though you don't get 6-star books from here, you do have a way higher chance, 14% for 5 stars. So it's basically much better. You're most likely going to get more 5 stars in this than like 6-star or 4-star books. Like, even though it is 31%, these are going to come in clutch, I promise you. So if you are free to play, I recommend farming this over this, because you don't want to be using too much stamina. But if you have a lot of stamina as a free to play, then obviously I recommend farming the highest stage. Now let's go to gear. Now, if you guys do not know, JP just got a new update where you can now upgrade all like substats on gear, right? You could upgrade all substats on gear at once. Now, one thing I've seen a couple people do, right, or I haven't seen them but from screenshots, is that when they have a roll, cause I can't show you here because I'm not on the JP version, but how it works is when they have a roll, right, like a good roll, like 2.8, for example, let's say 2.8, they would re-roll that because they don't know what they're doing. There is a menu where you can click off it. I'm gonna make a video on it, might not, but if I do make it, I'll show you guys there. But there's a menu where you can click off that so you don't re-roll that, right? Now, what does that have to do with global? Nothing. Now, we're going to be talking about the gear, right? I know a lot of people still do not know how gear works here. So if you guys have not noticed, or if you guys know, we got the update where now we can go from legit no stars, right, to 5 stars in an instant. And that's with enhanced. Now, what I see a lot of people doing is they don't know what they're doing. So they don't know what they're doing, right? What they would do is, they would do, I don't know, like 3, and then 5. You want to make it 5 all the way. If you have this, then make it 5. If not, then do not. Don't do 3 and then 3. You're just wasting time, right? I don't know if it takes a bit more materials. I don't think it does, but just make it 5 and 5. It's just much better, right? And then basic stats, right? Obviously, you're going to use anvils instead of diamonds now. So, the gear, there wasn't really stuff to cover over. This is basically self-explanatory in terms of gear. But in terms of these anvil stages and book stages, I recommend only farming books or gold. I prefer gold. So, gold when half stamina happens. And I only recommend you go into the anvil stage as soon as you have your team set. So if this video was helpful, let me know in the comments down below, and hit the like if it was. And if you're new, make sure you guys subscribe if you want more content like this. I'm Zuxus, and I'm out. Later. Peace.